Double or Nothing is in the books, so let's cross it out. Come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cross You Out podcast. And of course, I am your host, Eric Cross. And in today's show, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about Double or Nothing from Las Vegas, Nevada. It just ended, and I'm getting through everything right now. So let's get into it. All right. So I guess one of the pre-show matches, what is it? I forget what they call it, but it was one of the pre-show matches. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, and Hook versus Ethan Page and the Guns. The Guns, I love their entrance now. The little camera view around them, it looks pretty dope. But Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, and Hook come up with the victory, and I still feel very weird watching Jeff Hardy wrestle. I honestly don't like it, but it is what it is at this point. As long as they keep him on Rampage and not put him into a big feud, then it's possible that I won't care. But seeing him on TV for however what he did is just not right. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know a lot of people that are behind this, but that's just my opinion. So we go into the 20-man Blackjack Battle Royal. The final two were Swerve Strickland and Orange Cassidy in the numerous of trios and single competitors from AEW. I thought we were going to get like a wild card entry or something like that, but it is what it is. But Orange Cassidy picks up the victory. This opens the show. Orange Cassidy he's looking like a desperate man now. This is what they're showing for him to be more of a like, hey, I'm at the end of my rope right now. I have to find some way to pick up a victory, because he was going to do the orange punch and just decided to kick Swerve's hand off the rope so he would fall off. Very innovative, very smart, but at the same time, you can tell that he is getting to that point where he has to just pick up the victory any way he can. We'll see what he does on Dynamite this week. They might give him another match to have, but it was good. So here goes another matchup that honestly, this whole pay-per-view was kind of it was kind of like a gimmick, you know, some kind of street fight, some kind of false count anywhere type of match, you know, uh, they just had all these kinds of stipulations for most of the matches that were on the card tonight. But we go into Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho, and Sabu being the special guest referee. Adam Cole picks up the victory on that one. I don't know if I'm the only one, but again, I'm getting very tired of seeing the Jericho Appreciation Society going out there and continue to, be heaters for Jericho. You know, I think he's at that point where he's in his career where he's also at the end of his rope, basically, where he needs a lot of assistance for these type of matches. Um, but I don't think he needs it. So um, seeing them out there again over and over again is um, it's just it's just sad, and really for them to be beaten down by Sabu, that's I can tell he is in pain while he is walking around, and well, he did. I think he did a table spot as well. But again, it is what it is. Just hopefully this is just a one-time thing, and we'll see what happens. But again, Adam Cole picks up the victory on that one. Really good match. Could have been better, possibly, but you know, it is what it is. So we go into the tag team title match, FTR versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, with Mark Briscoe as the special guest referee. Um, there was a lot of shenanigans. There was a lot of carniness, as they like to put it. I think hopefully we don't get to see Karen Jarrett out there over and over again, because she is trying to be a heat magnet, and people don't like her just to be that, just don't like her, it's probably nothing that she did or anything like that, but at the same time there probably a lot of people that don't like her because of the Kurt Angle thing and Jeff Jarrett thing. But if Jeff and Kurt Angle can I guess bury the hatchet, then I think everybody else should. But at the same time, I don't want to see Karen Jarrett on my TV screen. I don't want to see Karen Jarrett doing anything with uh, with anybody for that matter. So really, I just don't want to see it. But again, a lot of shenanigans. It's over. I'm so over Jeff Jarrett as well. But you know, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, this feud ends and we go away from this. But FTR does pick up the victory after hitting the big rig, and really good. You know, we go into the women's world title match. The challenger Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter, which she is currently suffering an injury right now, but I'm not really familiar and sure of what injury she has, but she is fighting through an injury. But she went out there tonight, and I didn't really time it, but it was a very not necessarily quick match, but it was limited. But Tony Storm is your new women's champion, winning from Jamie Hayter. So we'll see if they'll do a rematch at either Forbidden Door, or they have the Wembley Stadium show where she will win her title back, hopefully, and get that big pop from that crowd in London. Um, so we go into the trios title match, the House of Black versus the Acclaim and Billy Gunn. I still don't like the lights that are around the crowd, where it's kind of like it's light shooting through a plain glass window or something like that, with some kind of design to it or something. I need to see a little bit of it, because you guys are going to do dives out there. or, you're going to be out on the outside doing something, you got to see a little bit of what's going on. But they're trying to fix it, trying to make it better. So process step by step. So the House of Black pick up the victory on this one, and yeah. Let's see. There was the ladder match, and I completely skipped over this one first. This was before the Tony Storm match. The ladder match with Wardlow defending against Chris Jericho or Christian Cage. I was about to say Chris Jericho. Holy smokes! Again, I am another thing that I'm kind of tired of is Wardlow. I feel like he's not there yet as a viable champion. But again, the TNT title, it is basically a placeholder for, you know, it's like the Intercontinental title back in the 2000s, where it really didn't mean much, but, it was still something, you know what I mean? But Wardlow picks up the victory on this one. A lot of shenanigans in this one. I guess Arn Anderson biting some of the skin off of uh, Luchasaurus's hand or something like that. It was crazy. I think Wardlow also probably got a nice little gash on his leg for trying to jump onto the I would want to say like fake steel ladder, but I don't know. Um, so then we go into Jamie Hayter versus, Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie for the TBS women's title. Jade picks up the victory. Again, this is just a paint by numbers type of match between them, because we've seen this before and it's nothing special, so she becomes, I think, what was it, 59 and then 60 now, as the victory for Jade Cargill. But we go into this, and Jade Cargill basically says there's an open challenge for uh, for the TBS championship. I need another competitor right now. Let's go. And it was the returning Chris Statlander picks up the victory and defeats Jade Cargill for her first loss and becoming the second TBS champion. Good to see Statlander back, and she is back from injury. So kind of knew something was going to happen when Smart Mark got on the mic and open challenge to anybody. So we might have gotten a return or someone debuting, but we get Statlander back, and we can pick up where the TBS title should have been months ago, but injuries, stuff like that. So then we go into the two main events for. I like when they do that. They say, "Oh, there's two main events." Oh, like WWE last, Saudi Arabia Night of Champions. There's three main events for the Night of Champions. No, there's only one main event. The main event is the last match that goes on. So this is not. This is the secondary. They love doing their secondaries. But we go into the World Heavyweight title match, the AEW World title match. Again, I have said it before. To me, this has been very lackluster. It was very, it wasn't very interesting to me. This whole pillars, AEW kind of making them out to be the foundation of AEW, but yet at the same time, they're not even. It's not even a competition right now. There's no fuel to this fire, basically. Um, Kind of enjoyed the match. It was good. It wasn't a world title match, but again, whatever's. So it was MJF, the world champion, defending against Sammy Guevara, which Sammy goes on to uh, comes out with his wife. I mean, and has his billboard posters written on stuff. Tonight's going to be a big match. Blah blah blah. But we have some news, and they announced that they are expecting a child. Um, cool, but doesn't make me want to like you. But it is what it is. Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and Darby Allin. Um, it was an okay match. It wasn't anything special. It didn't make me go ooh ah. This whole storyline did not drag me in. So, um, from beginning to tonight, it's kind of been downhill for me. So it was okay. Nothing special, but it is what it is. MJF picks up the victory by he did something pretty good. Darby Allin was about to hit Jungle Boy with the coffin drop. MJF comes into the ring, puts the AEW title on Jungle Boy, while Darby Allin comes off for the coffin drop, and then does a headlock takeover to pin Darby Allin. 1, 2, 3. Very smart, finish for this match. Again, I just wish this whole thing kind of dragged me in more, but it is what it is. So let's go to the main event, the Anarchy in the Asylum and the Elite, Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, Matt and Nick Jackson versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta. Great match. It was insane. There was an this whole the camera people in the back that's controlling pretty much producing the show probably had a lot of trouble with this one because they were everywhere in the arena. At one point, they went all the way outside to one of the loading docks where the trucks are, and man. It was crazy. It was absolutely insane. Matt Jackson had a exploding shoe for the super kick on Claudio or on Moxley to kind of like he got him with it. It was actually pretty good. But the uh, the the end of the match, Kenny is about to hit the one winged angel, drops Yuta, and Don Callis is inside the ring, trying to distract him, blah, blah, blah. Here comes a mystery man to hit Kenny Omega and help the Blackpool Combat Club. And it was none other than Takeshi. Um, Basically, Don Callis's new apprentice, basically. And maybe both men are a part of the Blackpool Combat Club, but we'll find out this Wednesday night on Dynamite. So, um, great match. Blackpool Combat Club picks up the victory on this. And yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed that main event. This was the single main event for the night. um, it was good, really good. This show, definitely, I will definitely cross it out. This one was nice. Last night's or last morning's show, Night of Champions, wasn't good. It was just a basic, Monday Night Raw, basically, or SmackDown. Um, I did not enjoy Night of Champions, but I enjoyed AEW Dynamite. And for trying to pick which one of the two that I enjoyed the most, again, AEW Dynamite was the better show overall. So, yeah, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining me for these last 2 days. We will be back possibly after Wednesday with Dynamite. And, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people being like, well, why do you like AEW more? Or, what's wrong with WWE? It's just how it is. Honestly, for me, I can sit and actually watch AEW without being kind of distracted and kind of being like, should I watch something else, or should I see something on my phone, or do something else? Maybe I'll check my phone while I'm watching a match for AEW sometimes, but it's very rare for that to happen. But nonetheless, that's pretty much it. Everything's going to be down below in the bio, so go check out the Store Frontier / the Cross You Out podcast for the beautiful t-shirts and Pro Wrestling Tees. Go check out the Eric Cross t-shirts over there. The agencies as well. Jonesin, the Randumb podcast to be named later. Two of my favorite podcasts. And Provada Cigar Club, of course. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Cross out. Good night, everybody.